Hello, I'm Dr. Andrew Allen, Associate Professor of Saxophone at Georgia College and State University, and that was a lyrical audition etude for tenor saxophone for the Georgia All-State Band. So, in this example, you have a few things that you need to think about. Probably the most difficult technical challenge for most of you is going to be that second measure with all of its leads. Make sure that you keep your air charged throughout. If you're trying to hold back air or pull back air, you only make it more difficult on yourself. Another thing to consider is slurred doesn't always mean legato and vice versa. So I think here you're aiming more for legato. It's perfectly acceptable to use a very nice light legato tongue to help some of those lowest pitches sound. Again, we don't want to hear the tongue, but it may help just a little bit. The most important thing is to have a nice fast airstream throughout. A couple other technical considerations here. I would advise using either side A sharp, which is the A fingering with that lowest side key in your right hand, or the bis A sharp, which is the B with that little key below the B, both played by your index finger. In the first measure, I definitely use the side A sharp when it comes up. In measure 3, I would actually use the bis A sharp and roll up into the B. That's the easiest option there, especially coming down from that high E fingering. In measure 5, you have the trill on the E. You're going up to an F sharp, up to the next note in the key. But make sure that you don't trill all the way through both beats. You want to stop the trill on the and of 4 to establish that E again and give yourself plenty of time to do those nice grace notes at the end of measure 5. In measure 6, also that trill from C to D, you might want to try, instead of lifting up your whole hand and doing it that way, try trilling the middle palm key while keeping the middle finger on the C down. That may be much easier. If that's out of tune, it can be on some tenors, then try the traditional D fingering, that first palm key, but still leave that C fingering down. Some combination of one of those two will give you a really nice D, and you won't have to try to organize all of that action between the fingers. Some final thoughts on this etude. Throughout, you need to focus on the most beautiful sound possible, and if you're comfortable with it, you should try a little bit of vibrato on any static pitches. Although there aren't a lot, anything that's an eighth note or longer in this etude, I would try a little bit. Check out the description on the video for another video of mine on vibrato. Now, listen as I perform the technical etude. That was the technical etude. Now, I don't have a lot of tricks for this one. This is just going to require nice slow practice in small chunks to make sure that you're completely comfortable and playing everything on the page completely accurately. You want to make sure that you're playing those nice dynamic contrasts where they exist between the piano and the forte. Think about going from lots of fast, warm air for the piano to lots of fast, cold air for the forte. One alternate fingering suggestion in the second bar, instead of playing the traditional F and F sharp fingering in the first beat, it may be much more comfortable to play the F and then the alternate F sharp. If you reach back with your third finger, play a normal F fingering, reach back with your third finger, there should be a key that you hit. If you open that up while playing an F, you'll get an F sharp. Makes that transition a little bit easier. Throughout the rest of the bar, I'd use the normal F sharp fingering. Another thing to consider, we have this very defined articulation pattern throughout. Make sure that no matter what you're doing, you're blowing a steady stream of air underneath the articulation. You may even want to practice just playing your airstream. So don't finger, don't play, don't do anything. Put the mouthpiece in front of your embouchure so that you can clearly hear what you're doing. And for example, you may want to try playing the exact articulation pattern in bar 1. And make sure that you're blowing that steady stream of air, but you can clearly hear those clear articulations, thinking a two-syllable, not a ta, nothing like that, but a two-syllable. Two, something like that. But try that. Now, I hope you have lots of happy practicing, and I wish you all the best of luck in these auditions. If you need any help, please just reach out at the contact at the end of this video.